Hello everyone, welcome back to AI Vidya. In the last video, we have studied about the gradient descent algorithm which is used to solve optimization problem of linear regression. We had studied about so many equations under linear regression. Today we will study about what is learning rate and what is the effect of learning rate in the training process of linear regression. But before that, we will write down all the equations which we have used in the last videos. So in this video, we will cover review all equations and learning rate effect in training process. So our assumption is that we have a regression problem and the data set having n rows and d features. Now let's write down all the equations which we have covered. The first one is yi hat. This is the first equation we have learned in this topic. That is yi hat equals to xi wt plus v, where w and v are variables, or we can say weights. They both are vector. The next equation is our loss function, that is L of w, which is I from 1 to n, 1 divided by n, yi hat minus yi whole square. The next equation is optimization function, that is w star. W star is the weight vector for which L of w, that is loss function, has minimum value. Let's complete this w star function. It's equals to minimum of over w, and this is loss function. So this is the optimization function, and the last is update equation. This is the most important equation for the gradient descent, that is w d of L d of w t minus 1, where gamma is learning rate. The learning rate is sometimes also denoted as LR or lambda. So these are the few different representations of learning rate. Now let's understand the meaning of learning rate. So let's take a look with an example. Let us consider we have a function x which is analogous to L of w, but here x is a scalar quantity and while w is a vector quantity. So if we formulate the optimization function with respect to fx, it will somewhat look like this: w star equals to minimum over x and fx. Since the gradient descent is an iterative algorithm, it proceeds with iteration and takes a number of iterations to converge. We have also studied the convergence condition, that is difference of W minus WT minus 1 should be lesser than a threshold. We will define this threshold as per the requirements. Now let's take fx to be a simple function, that is square function. So if we plot this function, it somewhat look like this. This is the origin. So we can say that here this is x star, like at this point the function fx has minimum value. So with this analogy we can define our gradient descent algorithm and the steps in this fashion. First of all, we take a random value x naught from where we will start our equation. Like at x naught we will pick x naught from this function, and then we take a learning rate such as lambda and then calculate d of f and d of x at x naught and multiply it with lambda. Now then the next step we will update and call it as x1, that is somewhat come here. Like we will move from this value. Initially we take any value, but finally we need, for the convergence, we need to reach to this point. So we will define x1 as x naught minus lambda d of fx upon d of x at x naught. This equation is same as update equation of gradient descent. Similarly, we take the next value x2 as x2 minus lambda d of f and d of x at x1. I'll change this as x1. This is x1. So if we visualize this with the help of this graph, we can see that this is the first point from where we have started, and then we move towards this x star, the point where fx is minimum value. Now this is x1, and then we move to x2, and then we move to x3. We will keep on moving until we reach to this point. For the ith iteration, xi is equals to xi minus 1 minus lambda d of f and d of x and x of I minus 1. So this is the update equation, and when this difference of xi minus 1 is lesser than some threshold, that is the difference between the two consecutive values of this x, that is the two consecutive iterations, then we are going to stop our equation, or when the xi is reached to somewhat close to 0, then we are going to stop our equation. So here we see that the main role that is performed is done by learning rate. How? When this learning rate lambda has a high value, then the decrement, you can see when lambda is high, then lambda d of f and d of x is also a high. This means that the decrement, the change in xi, this with a high value, this is a high value, so the difference between xi and xi minus 1 is also high, means we will we will take big steps, we will take very big steps, and we will cross this minima also. We will cross this minima and we just keep on iterating and we will never converge, because for the convergence the difference between xi minus xi minus 1 should be lesser than some t. But because of this is very high. When this is very high, we will never arrive at this condition. We will never arrive at this condition. We keep on iterating and the equation and the gradient descent algorithm will not converge. When lambda is high, gradient descent will not converge. When lambda is a very small quantity, is very small. So I'll visualize this. When lambda is small, then lambda d of f and d of x is also very small. In this case, either we take very small steps, or we will stuck. Means the algorithm will not proceed. This is the first, very small steps, or the algorithm will not proceed. Let's see how the steps are become small. When lambda is high, the decrease or the change in xi is very small. So if it is this x naught, there is a little change in this. This is x naught and this will be x1, and then it is a small difference. This is x2, and with again a small difference, this is x3. So you can see that the convergence speed is very less. This implies that large number of iterations are required in this case. Now the another effect of having small value of lambda, that is learning rate, is that the algorithm will stuck. Suppose we have some small value of lambda such that initially we take x naught as 3, and because of small value we will get x1 as 2.999 something, and here the threshold value is set to be 0.01. So if we take the difference between x0 minus x1, which comes out to be 0.001, which is lesser than 0.01, this means that the graph like this, and here this is 3, that is initially the x0, and this considered to be 2.999, that is x1, and because of threshold and this small lambda, the algorithm will not proceed from here and it will stuck here. So we have seen the effect of lambda on both training process. So we have seen the effect of lambda on training process of linear regression. We have seen how the large value of lambda and small value of lambda will affect the training process. So for the quick convergence, or for fewer iterations, we need to set the value of lambda as such it is not very high or not very low. We need to keep lambda from these things away. So we have reached to the end of this lecture. In the next video, we are going to start with the Python code in linear regression. We have seen the mathematical formulation of linear regression. Now we are going to move from mathematical formulation to the Python code. We will see the sklearn library and one of its function which is used to solve linear regression. So If you like my video, then please like it, share it and subscribe to AI Vidya. If you have any query, then please drop your query in the comment section. I will definitely answer them. Till then, thank you.